Book 2, Chapter 9, Happiness. Take out your history books, Mr. Willis announces as everyone filters back into the class. I don't feel very good about what happened in the lunchroom. I am sure Limerick doesn't feel good either. Perhaps Charles feels better for making sure we wouldn't be bullied. We open our history books and Mr. Willis starts to read from the book. We all follow along as he reads. He reads 3 pages, then asks us to close our books. We all look bewildered. Is class over? Who can tell me what the first page is about? Everyone simply stares straight ahead. I've read you the first page, so who can tell me in their own words what I've just read? Surprisingly, a voice in the back of the room gives an outline of the page. That's great, Mr. Willis shouts. Now, who can follow up with what was read on the second page? A few hands go up. Over here, Mr. Willis points. Please tell me in your own words what the second page is about. My classmate does a really good job at explaining it in her own words. This is starting to be fun. Mr. Willis points to a boy who also has his hand up. Can you add anything? Mr. Willis asks in an enthusiastic voice. I would like to add the year that it happened. That's great, lots of detail. Can someone add even more detail? A few more hands go up. Once the third page is covered, we are starting to catch on. Mr. Willis reads the next 3 pages, and when he reads them, he makes it sound dramatic. It really is fun. Now we know that we need to pay attention to play the game, or should I say to answer the questions correctly. It is fun, and even though everyone agrees it's fun, there will be no homework. What a relief, I think to myself. Grade 5 is my best year yet. The class is filled with laughter, but we are also learning a lot. Mr. Willis says, I do have something I would like you to do tonight. I would like you to think of something to bring in tomorrow to share, because we are going to have show and tell. Show and tell. I haven't done show and tell since grade 2. Everyone is thrilled. Bring something that you will be able to share for at least 5 minutes, something that is dear to you and that you think will be interesting for others. What am I going to bring? I ask myself. Just then, I hear my heart voice say, bring your great-grandfather's watch with you. I don't know about sharing such a magnificent item. I wouldn't want to lose it. And what if the others don't like the story? I will have to ask my parents. At supper, I share with everyone the fun day I had in my grade 5 classroom. My parents are happy as I tell the story. Sky Charles is by my side. The kitten is able to sit on my dad's feet beside Sky. They curl up together. I've heard the term fighting like cats and dogs, but these two are best friends. I ask my dad about bringing the watch for show and tell. I mention that I want to bring it, but I am afraid of losing it, or people making comments when they hear the story of it glowing. What if one of us brought it to the school for you? My mom asks. I think about the watch being brought in for show and tell. Dad, could you bring the watch? Maybe you can be part of my presentation as well. I bet nobody is bringing a parent tomorrow. Everyone at the table starts to laugh. You are right, Finnan. I am sure most people will be leaving their parents at home. My dad thinks about it and says that he will take it to the school, if it is okay with the teacher. I am excited. Not only will I be sharing stories of my great-grandfather, my dad will be there to help me share. After supper, we are to go out into the backyard to play with Sky Charles and the hoops. I ask my dad if Hemingway will be okay outside without his leash. My dad suggests that we keep him on the leash because we don't want to lose him if we get too occupied with Sky Charles. We all help to clean up after supper. Then we take the hoops outside. My little brother is so proud with his dog treats in his pockets. He thinks that he has trained the dog all by himself. I just go along with it. My dad and Paige sit on the porch stairs with Hemingway. My mom, Tiernan, and I get into our positions to show them all the tricks that Sky can perform. Sky jumps through each hoop and comes around to do it again. He knows he has an audience tonight. My dad and Paige cheer him on. My dad says, maybe Hemingway can sit on your shoulder and be part of the act. Okay. I take Hemingway and gently place him on my shoulder. I stand with the hoop, Hemingway sitting on my shoulder, and it appears that Sky is now jumping higher. I say, maybe he is showing off for the kitten. We all laugh. We play outside until it is time to get ready for bed. By this time, Sky Charles is played out. The little kitten, he never left my shoulder as he watched Sky jump through the hoops. It was really fun for everyone. I take my bath and climb into bed. Sky Charles gets tucked in under my arm and the little kitten curls up at my shoulder. They really like each other. I had thought that Sky would want it to be just the two of us, but he seems really content having a little one to look after. We count many cars driving by. Hemingway likes to purr us to sleep. There is so much love. I keep thinking about show and tell tomorrow. What will I say about my great-grandfather's watch? Should I tell the story of the watch glowing? Should that be kept private? Would anyone even believe me? I keep thinking about my dad having the watch all those years before me, my great-grandfather and his father. That's many generations to keep one watch. The more I think about it, the more fascinated I become with it. I wonder how old it is, and I start doing the math. I'm not very good at math, so I will have to ask my dad in the morning. Hemingway is singing quietly, and Sky Charles is snoring. I am in heaven.